We are here to fight for Yuri, the glorious lesbian named, but not a lesbian. Question mark?
パープルソフトウェ
Yuri.
ア。
We're not gonna give up on her. She said no because she's not power, but I say fuck that. I don't give no shit if she's not powered. I mean, she's pretty strong. I mean, heck, even if she doesn't have some weird magical powers, she is strong as fuck. Who could not want to have that kind of a girl in his life? Or her life? Or theirs life? 3 days later, anyways. There have been no major changes. I was told to take a few days off, and Yuri has stuck to her word and not shown her face either. In terms of how I'm spending my time, so the paper I'm using is made from this Brosonetia plant. Eh? Brosonetia is a genus of food species of trees in the family Maracinae, native to Eastern Asia. Neat! These 4 species of high quality fiber, which consists of more than 90% of cellulose, they are traditionally applied for various daily necessities in Southern Asia and paper making in East Asia. Neat, how do I pronounce that word though?
Brosonetia.
Brosonetia. I don't know if I can trust that. Honestly,
Brosonetia paparifera.
Brosonetia paparia. The paper grabbed that I'm conversing with gives a nod and writes the word out on the ground with a stick. Interesting. I'm presuming that's the genus. There must have been a more common name for this. Maybe the information has been lost. I puzzle over the ebb and flow of information from 1,000 years ago while the crafter heads back inside to work. Hey, thanks for teaching me this! I offer my gratitude and the man gives a wave without turning around. He's a taciturn and gruff individual. Welcome to Kanto. Face hidden by his mask, but he's also kind. Our pair enter the building to see the man and numbers always shaking wooden frames around inside taps of water.
紙を作るには適した植物を湯でほぐし、すりつぶしてから、あのように水の中で木枠の形と一定の厚みになるように成形していくわけです。
Then I did dry it out, and it's all finished. I love like making dried seaweed.
あちらの原料は海藻ですが、そうですね。海苔は食べられる紙とも言えます。
That's funny. As I speak, I pick up the stick the man used to scratch on the ground and eat it. Right? The stick. Brosonetia. It looks like barnac at a glance. Peeling back the bark reveals a white steam inside. Interesting. Such a pure white. I see why it's used for paper screens.
しかしオーナー、なぜ急に紙作りの見学などされているのですか？
Yeah. I don't have anything better to do. I've used a lot of paper since I got here, so I wanted to see how it is made. I think the people who make it.
さようですか。
It doesn't seem like you meant anything more by this question. I simply don't have anything to do. I haven't thought of an idea I can use to convince Yuri yet either. The start line differs depending on class, religious, economic differences, historical issues, even the palace you were born.
関東では能力格差。
These impromptu question sessions with you have kept up numerous times over the last few days. Being different isn't wrong. That's a fact. A presupposition. And something we can't take for granted here.
同じであることも正しいことです。それも事実で、前提で、見誤るわけにはいきません。
You has clearly been learning from her own sensibilities and actions. It's like talking to the wall and getting a reply.
いずれにせよ完全な平等はなく、 万が一にも完全な平等が成立してしまえば、今度は個人の願いや努力が否定されます。
That's what makes Kanta such a digital world. As close to a complete one as can be. I start to walk slowly along, leaving the paper mill behind and looking around the street. The appearance and lifestyle of Kanta seems outdated, but as I gauge the current situation in order to overturn it, something comes to me. This system also has an almost sci-fi side to it.
能力、すなわち個人の才能を可視化、具現化したデータによって仕事を割り振られた人々ですからね。
A selection that provides the highest probability of success, with the lowest probability of failure.
デジタルの本質が確率ですから。
True enough. This country is as close to being correct as it's possible to be. And that's why it's mistaken. I've been thinking about this over and over, but there's nothing here that's going to change Yuri's mind.
むしろ人口抑制環境で強い能力者を後輩により生み出そうとする場合、ユーリ様の考え方は非常に優れたものです。
Got it? Copulation?
露骨すぎる言葉は好まれないということでしたので。
Honestly, I think that might be more provocative. Well, it is less embarrassing on the air, that's true. In any case, taking this out isn't easy.
8件の権限による命令、言霊による支配。どちらも解決可能な手段なのですが。
Yeah, I'm all about the natural. I don't want Yuri's body. I see that, but it would be a problem to give you an AI vague information. Well, that would be a lie. But what I want the most is your heart. Yeah.
心も言霊使いであれば支配可能です。
What about your liver then? You makes it sound like the most natural thing in the world. Ugh. If I tell you I don't like the word control, can you understand that?
はい。私は強い AI ですので、倫理的な点も考慮できます。
Yeah?
でしたら、ユーリ様の後輩についての考え方のみに絞っての消去や変更であれば、心への影響は最小限に抑えられます。
As long as it doesn't include me using kodama, and I can use that naturally, then maybe?
That part would get minimized. The way she puts the people of Kanta above herself. That's what I like about her. I have to laugh at how contradictory that sounds.
なるほど。了解しました。オーナーのめんどくさい性質の設定値を情報修正いたします。
Penis in the ass. Hey, hold on. What, am I what level?
剣道と呼ばれる古代剣術の有効打のことです。
Then maybe you shouldn't be referring to one. She definitely knows how to be a pin in mine.
ちょっと、シン様。
Huh? With these? I think someone just got my name! Huh? I look around wondering if auditory hallucinations really are a thing. I don't recognize anyone in the vicinity. It's a wide open space, so I don't think anyone can hide from me. Has it been a week already? I really am hearing things.
いえ、オーナーを呼ぶ声はしました。建物内からです。
You backs me up. A building? I look up. That's the sky, idiot. There are no suns in the crafter's district, so it's hard to tell, but I think I recognize the place.
シン様。
The voice calls again. That chick's something loose. Hey, this is Summer Studio.
Hold on, Sumi!
名前を呼ばないで中に入ってくださいよ。
Summer calls to me from a crack in the door, looking like she's worried about being seen. I'm not sure what's going on, but I stealthily slip inside the building to join her.
久しぶりだね。
Oh wow, the Demi is gone! The moment I see Summer, the miracle of life surprises me again.
これでもまだ元には戻っていないんだけどね。
Suba pets her belly, the former home of her baby. You're out of the hospital? Sorry, not a hospital. Are you able to meet with people again now? I do heard both Myra and Child weren't allowed to see people for a week, meaning there should still be 2 or 3 days left. Oh.
いや、うちの子にはまだ会えないよ。私だけ救護所を抜け出してきたんだ。
On the lam?
退屈で死にそうでね。要するに人に会わなきゃいいんだろうってここへ来てたのさ。
You're seeing me right now?
命の恩人と会って病気になって死んでも悔いはないさ。もう子供も生まれたしね。
You're certainly a free spirit. I don't really know what to say, so just say exactly what I'm thinking. The professor turned out to be unexpectedly aggressive, but in the end, so I might be the one more removed from the fundamentals of Kanto.
と、まず、燕様から伝言はもらいましたが、改めて、シン様に救われたことを感謝いたします。
Sama lowers her eyes and bows her head. No need for that. I read about the Deki while you were giving birth.
気にしないわけないよ。私だけじゃなく、子供の恩人でもあるんだ。
Sama has a serious expression on her face. It almost makes me want to expose Haruhima's part in everything, but I dare not. Please, don't worry about it.
そうかい。とにかく一度は直接感謝がしたくてね。外から声が聞こえてきたから呼んだのさ。
I was thinking of exposing her too, but I guess we won't do it. Fine. Hey. Sama laughs. It sounds like that's all she wanted.
ところで、ユーリのお嬢ちゃんがどうかしたのかい？あの子もお産の時に戦っていてくれたんだろう？
Yeah, she did. Sama must have heard me talking to you outside. I actually had a bit of a fight with her.
まさか殴り合ったのかい？
No, not that kind of fight. God always goes to physical fighting first. More like a difference of perspective.
へえ、それは珍しい。
It is? A verbal disagreement is stranger than a punch-up? The opposite of the response I was expecting.
変というか、八軒様と普通の住人で主義主張の違いで喧嘩なんてほとんどありえないからね。
Oh, right. So I guess the swords have the authority. The swords have the clout to silence anyone, regardless of the truth. Even Soma just takes that as a given. In that case, I guess my attempts to bring out Yuri's individuality are working. But it's also making this situation harder for me.
あのお嬢ちゃんもなかなか骨があるわけだね。
Like me?
シーン様もさ、疑っていたわけじゃないけれど、まさか本当に単独で敵機を倒せるとは思っていなかったよ。
Well, I was more of a decorative sword. That much is true. I still don't feel like I've earned my place.
先週までは職人たちの間でも、シン様が八軒になれるほど本当に強いのか、襲ってみるか、とか話もされていたんだけどね。
Oh boy, seriously? I was in danger of being assassinated without even knowing it. Haruhime may have taken drastic measures, but she was in a hurry to get the people of Kanda to accept me.
今となっちゃ恐ろしくて手を出そうなんて輩はいないさ。
I'm not at the level of Haruhime or the twins yet, so bring it on, everybody!
その3人が比較に出てくる時点で、まさしく八軒様だよ。
Sama raises one eyebrow. I like that look. Enough about me. I want to ask you something, if that's okay. Are you in a romantic relationship with your baby's father? This seems like an inquiry Sama can answer, having actually given birth.
突然の質問だね。驚いた。
I've been going through some stuff.
私の相手は恋愛じゃないね。頼み込んで子種をもらっただけさ。
I see. From Sama's personality, I thought maybe it was love. but it was actually the far more practical side. Maybe that can't be helped, but I don't have to like it.
何か問題でもあるのかい？
No, I'm fine.
いいって顔じゃないね。詳しく話してみなよ。
Soma isn't one to let things slide either. I'm in the wrong here. I think you'll agree. But maybe she can offer me some advice. I proceed to explain the situation with Yuri. I also add something at the end. To be honest, this has become more about more than just getting Yuri to like me. If she do completely accept the idea that weak-powered bloodlines should be stamped out, I wouldn't have anything to say. But Yuri had clearly been suffering. There had been a smile on her face but tears in her eyes. She literally told me that she's miserable, and I want to change that. No, I need to change it.
なるほどね。
Sama gives a nod. In a situation like this, even she has a serious expression on her face.
ユーリの嬢ちゃんがそんなことをわからなくもないが。
Do you also think that weak-powered shouldn't be procreating?
同じとまでは言わないが、似たような気持ちは誰にでもあるものさ。私の子だって、もともとは合わせ子だったんだ。
An adjustment child. A child only given permission to be born when someone dies in a techie attack.
夏姫様が黒髪を打倒してくださらなければ、産んでやることもできず、下ろすことになっていたかもしれないんだからね。
Okay, gotcha. It kinda makes me feel sick. Sama went into the pregnancy knowing these rules. Haruhime and I had been overjoyed at this new life, but Sama herself must have been feeling desperate until permission for the birth was given.
だから、私も、ユーリの嬢ちゃんの気持ちはわかる。
Sama repeats herself.
でも、あの子が生まれてくれて幸せだからこそ、シン様の考えてることもわかるよ。
I get that. We're both right. And we're both wrong. Even for Sume, after giving birth to an adjustment child, this is a problem with no answer. And yet I have to find one. Oh, can I ask? What did you name your baby? With everything that's been going on, I don't even know if you had a boy or a girl. I can't think of anything else to say, so I fill the space with a more lighthearted question.
シンだよ、男の子。
Shin, huh? Same as me?
心って文字でシン。漢字は違うけれど、命の恩人の名前をつけてあげたのさ。
Whoa. That's a bigger surprise than when I first saw her big belly. I don't really feel worthy of this, for a start. I feel myself pawing with what almost feels like terror. But then I start to feel deeply moved. Whoa. I see the same thing again.
そんな顔せず、胸を張って喜んでおくれよ。
Now I don't really feel like I saved anyone's life. This is just shock after all.
変な八犬様だね。
She laughs at me again. I'm still kind of perplexed. These life and death stakes are something completely alien to me. In ancient Japanese, no matter how many times I see or fight the techie. The concept of saving someone's life is also totally out there for me.
ところで話を戻すけれど、ユーリのお嬢ちゃんに自信を持たせたい、弱い血を残す気はないって話を覆す例外なら、すぐ近くにいるじゃないか。
Make loads of babies? Yeah, there is. I'm stunned. I've been struggling with this issue for the last few days, so I can't believe a possible solution has just popped up like this. A person? Who? Did you mean Tsubame and me, who became swords under special circumstances?
違うよ。さっきも言ったが、 シン様は実際に敵機を倒したじゃないか。
Tsubame them?
ツバメ様の方は確かに単独で敵機は倒せないから本来の八剣様の基準からは外れているけれど、あれで戦えば強いからね。
Wow. Shiz?
医療系の能力は怖いよ。身体強化に再生はもちろん、ツバメ様は血を操るから水の能力者と同じ性質まで持ってるからね。
Can she bloodbend a person? They'll wonder. Okay, so she's strong. I would have easily accepted her being weak from what I've seen so far. She's good too, and I was happy to have someone more indoorsy amongst the swords. I pushed such thoughts aside. You forgot to mention our big thick legs, bro. If we aren't the exceptions though, that leaves few candidates I can think of.
冬人様さ。
Oh, Fuyuhita. I think about Sama's answer. He comes from a family of Kotodama users, but he was born with a different, weaker power. And yet he worked his way into a position as one of the 8. His existence definitely disputes Yuri's thinking that weak power shouldn't be allowed to be born. I wonder why I didn't think of him before. I myself was infected with the notion that the 8 had to be powerful. Even the twins told me not to mess with Fuyuhita, meaning I overlooked the fact that his powers are objectively considered weak.
事実、冬人様も化け物だからね。
Why are you saying with that face? Does Fuyuhita defeating Teki using his sword rather than his abilities? If his ice powers could defeat Teki, then he probably wouldn't be getting tucked up like this. But I decided to confirm it.
そう、あの人は刀で鉄を切るんだよ。
斬鉄ですか。冗談のような技術ですね。
You sound amazed.
お
Alright, I have to introduce you to my wristwatch.
あ、
Somebody is surprised by you speaking up. The AI has remained quiet until this point, and you is surprised by Soma's surprise. Wow, surpriseception.
空耳です。
Change it up all you
Like, I don't think anyone will ever believe that line.
へえ、噂にはなっていたけれど、本当に腕輪が喋るんだね。
Sobel looks intently at my left arm, so everyone knows. People have been talking about this.
春姫様が布告されたからね。シン様の持っている腕輪が喋るようになったけれども、敵機ではないから声が聞こえても焦って攻撃するなって。
Gotcha. I guess I should have been worried about that myself. Without Haruhime's backup, I might have been attacked just for having a casual conversation on the roadside. The Cantons are a hot-headed bunch after all.
腕輪も気になるけど、先に冬人様の話を済ますとね。
Soma gets back on track, but her eyes linger on the bracelet. I'll find you can look at it.
もちろん、敵機を一刀両断というわけにはいかないんで、すれ違いざま、端の方から少しずつあの刀で切り落としていくのさ。
Well, that's progress, I guess. It's all progress. Medals?
もしくは、包丁で大根の皮を剥くみたいに削るのさ。
Soma makes a chopping motion with her hands.
倒すにも時間はかかるんで、八剣様の基準としてはギリギリのところだろうけどね。
Still sounds like some kind of joke to me. Definitely the exception to the rule. But exceptions are the only thing I have right now. I'll take any example I can to refute Yuri's opinion.
言ってみたけれど、冬人様は例外も例外。能力なしで敵機を倒す八剣だなんて、私の知っている限り他にいないけどね。
挑戦するだけ無謀でしょう。
無謀だね。能力に自信があるって敵機に一人で挑んで、それで死んだ人間ならよくいるけどさ。
Cool it, Kanto. I'm reaching the point of quips at the national level.
何にせよ、 有利のお嬢ちゃんに自信をつけさせるには、自分が強いって実感を持たせるしかない話だろうねってことさ。
言葉より行動による結果で示す。確かに失念していました。
Maybe that sword has something on the pen after all. You and I both put resolving this with our knowledge first. That led to a dead end.
まず、結論だけを定義すれば、ユーリ様もオーナーと同等の8件になればよい、ということになりますが。
No way. I'm not sending her off to fight the techie on her own. You provide this for me to shut it down, and I duly do so.
怪力という能力での敵機打倒は不可能ですね。
そうかい？
例えば、敵機を砕けるほど怪力の能力を向上させたとしても、そのレベルになれば、人体の強度が足りなくなります。
Punching the techie would just shatter her own arm. I'm aware of my right arm while I remember the defeat I suffered.
確かに、歴代の八剣様に身体強化や高速機動だけの能力者はいないね。
Some medicals thoughtfully. The basic requirement for defeating a techie is to be able to protect one's body with some kind of energy, like always lightning or my own black fire. Or obtain some kind of superhuman skill like Fuyuhita apparently possesses. Starting to train Yuri in the sword would be nonsense. I can't push such an impossible task onto her for my own selfish reasons.
有利の嬢ちゃんを八剣にすることが目的じゃなくて、能力に関係なく自分が強いんだと認められるようになればいいんだろう。
Summer just comes up with the stuff so easily. She probably hadn't been talking about making Yuri fight a techie in the first place. That's true.
それなら相手は敵機じゃない。八剣様だね。
That makes sense. Strength-based abilities can't hope to crush a techie. But when fighting a human, at least the issues with destroying one's own body go away. So it comes down to this. I lick my lips, nervous to wrap things up because I know how crazy this is going to sound. We need Yuri to acknowledge herself by fighting and defeating someone stronger than a techie. 1 up to 8.
条件はそうなります。ある程度緩和させるなら、良い勝負をするくらいでも問題はないでしょう。
That sounds more difficult than fighting a techie. My mouth twists. But we certainly don't have a better idea at the moment. So man, just to make sure, are the people of Kanta allowed to fight each other?
ダメだよ。本気で頭に血が上った喧嘩じゃ死人が出る。
Rules that take the existence of powers into account.
ただ、そこも例外がある。
Exceptions?
八剣様さ。シン様も姫様と小さい八剣様たちがよくやり合ってるのを知ってるだろう？
Yeah, of course. I have 2 different memories of Haruhime and the twins fighting. One of them includes me getting brain damage. The first time I only heard the noises from afar, but I do been collateral damage in the second Dink's flying disc. Oh, how naive I was just a short time ago. If I saw the 3 of them revving up to fight now, I'd be the first one out the door. I don't want to be anywhere near that noise.
一の神に挑むのは新しい統治者になるための名誉の挑戦だからね。人間同士の戦いでも認められている。まさしく見ものさ。ちゃんとした挑戦の時は関と総出で見守ることになる。
Someone makes it sound like some kind of festival.
挑戦できる人間が限られるでしょうが。
そうさ。一の神に挑むのは他の八剣様だね。
So we're back to square one. If the requirement to fight a sword is being a sword, this is pointless.
だからもう一つの方さ。
Some left a finger?
新しく八剣様になるために元からいる八剣様に挑戦することは認められている。
8人の枠に対し基準をクリアした人間が 9人以上いた場合の措置ですね。
And that means the target doesn't have to be the Ichinokami? That might make this a little easier.
だけどね、この挑戦も珍しい。私も10年くらい前に一度しか見たことがない。
Which I'm guessing was Fuyuhita?
その通り。
Suma seems to be enjoying herself immensely. She really must have been bored in whatever medical facility he had her holed up in.
八剣様は敵機との戦いの矢面に立ってくださるし、基準が基準だから空席が多い。でも冬人様が八剣になろうとした時は珍しく8人が揃っていたんだよ。とはいえあの当時はひどい戦いがあった後で八剣様の基準を満たしていない人間が数合わせだけで座していたのもあるんだが。
Suma furrows her brow. A terrible attack? By the Teki?
そう、職人街のど真ん中に四季が現れてね。
The more she remembers, the more Suma's expression hardens. If this was around 10 years ago, then she must have seen it for herself. A Shiki, that's a category 3. Ferris Reaper, the humanoid type.
街もひどいことになったが、最後には王宮まで四季がなだれ込んでね。結局100人以上の住人と当時の八剣様のほとんどが死んだのさ。
That explains a few things. I've been thinking the current swords are a little young. It's because of this attack.
姫様の両親とそれと秋姫様ってのがいたんだけど、あの方々もその時の戦いで亡くなっている。
And they were all Kotodama users? I decided to make sure.
そうだよ。今の春姫様と同じか、それより強い言霊使いが3人いたんだよ。あと当時の二の神、小さい八剣様の両親もその戦いで亡くなったか。
Holy crap. I feel terrible just imagining such losses. Losses doesn't cut it. This sounds close to complete destruction. One Shiki caused that much devastation?
そう、四季は一体だけ。普通の敵機も何体か混ざっていたけど、以外の大部分は四季にやられたものさ。
Jesus. Wow. Shiki must be super strong. Forget the Kurakami. Humanity can't even fend the Shiki off without serious losses. The message led by Dr. Kojima and the bracelet also stated that category 3 Shiki were too much to handle. I just have to hope I never meet one.
で、その戦いの後で夏姫様が統治者となり、空席だらけになった八剣を基準を甘くして埋めたわけさ。
町の見回りなどで最低限の人数は必要と。正しく数合わせですね。
You put things pretty bluntly, but then it's a pretty blunt situation.
夏姫様が戦われるようになってからは、彼女が圧倒的すぎて、他の八剣のやることなんてなくなったんだけどね。
なぜ、それほど強かった夏姫様を、先の戦いで投入されなかったのですか？
You express is a reasonable question.
はっきりした理由は知らないけど、いくらずば抜けた言霊使いとはいえ、当時の夏姫様は幼かったからね。将来的に黒髪を打倒できる可能性のあった夏姫様を温存したんだろうさ。
事実、成長した夏姫様は、10年後に黒髪を打倒したわけですか。
亡くなった方たちも本望だろうさ。
Soma makes that sound perfectly natural. Getting back to Fuyuhita, he challenged me one of the swords selected to make up the numbers.
そう、頭数だけとは言ったけど、どなたも強かったよ。
But he won and became a sword himself. Now I understand the sequence of events. We need to get Yuri to accept her own value in the same way. Even under the conditions of getting her to fight and win against one of the swords. As difficult as that sounds.
自分で言っておいてなんだけど、厳しいね。
Even Sama understands that what she's suggesting isn't especially practical.
どのみち、有利のお嬢ちゃんが挑戦できるとしても、一回限りだろうね。実力を認められていない人間が、何度も八軒様に挑むのは、周囲の人間が許さないと思う。
That's true too. One chance under all these crazy conditions. We're going to have to give this some thought. But I need to finish my conversation with Soma first. Thank you. You've been a big help.
何？いいってことさ。
Soma gives a cheerful laugh. She's an adult. I'm jealous of her adult strength.
感謝の代わりってわけじゃないけど、面白い服の話とかないかね。
Saba asks with a smile on her face.
One piece bikini, please.
This is surely the main topic she wanted to discuss. I actually do have a new request for you. I'm thinking about starting something called a cafe. And I want a uniform for the staff to wear. I'm not sure if this is the time for it. And Suma is surely telling the truth when she says she doesn't want repayment. But I feel like giving her something.
お、また新しいことだね。いつもと違う方が面白いし、そうこなくっちゃ。
Suma sounds overjoyed and looks. This is the moment she's been waiting for.
で、制服？それは以前に作った学校の制服とは別なのかい？
Yes, something different. Those were about giving everyone a sense of unification. This time we want to make the person wearing it look appealing in order to...
おお、まさに私が望んでいた話じゃないか。
That overjoyed face.
In order to bring in customers.
There we go. If someone was overjoyed before, now she's going into orbit. Most things in Canada are one size fits all. So this isn't a chance someone would normally have.
詳しく聞かせてもらおうじゃないか。
Deal. No need to snort like a bull being shown a red flag. Enjoying her energy, I quickly fill her in on economics and stores. Quickly is relative in the situation, of course. But as I talk, Sama becomes even more energized.
つまり、店やお金ってものが始まれば、私の自由に服を作って生活することもできるわけか。
Yeah, I suppose you could.
職人である染様にも直接関係するお話でしたね。
I ought to just explain the economics and the meaning behind the cafe, our model study, but ultimately this could lead to independence for the crafters. That said, we need everyone to learn how to use money. Starting the cafe comes first.
そうだね。私もそのお金というものがなんだかまだよくわからない。だけどまあ、やりがいはありそうだ。
Sumi is so into this that she's already rubbing her hands together. The clothing for the cafe needs to be something to bring people in. There's nothing more specific about it than that.
自由にやらせてもらえるなら文句はないけれど。
Sumi suddenly comes down a little and looks puzzled by something.
服がどうこう関係なく、八軒様がお金の使い方を教えるから喫茶店に集まれって言えば、それで人は集まるんじゃないかい？
Right, well, I guess that would probably work. In reality, Haruhime is likely to tell people to go to the cafe and we give out the money and explain how to use it. The people probably won't need any more incentive than getting drinks or light meals and taking a break from work. Until the economy expands and there's some competition to be had, the cafe uniforms have little real meaning. I can see all of that. And yet the uniforms remain a key element of the cafe in mind. The reasons for this lie in a complicated thought process, a carefully formed plan, and profound wisdom. I just want to see a girl like Yuri dressed in cute clothing and embarrassed to be standing in the spotlight.
わかる。大事だな。
Yes, very important. Soma and I share a firm handshake.
わかりますか？大事ですか？
We both ignore used clips.
で、 考えなきゃいけないのは、機能を捨てた徹底的に可愛い服にするか、有利の嬢ちゃんに似合うことを追求した服にするかの選択だな。二つとも作って比較することはできるが、これはそんな甘っちょろい話ではなく、どちらかを私たちで決断しなきゃいけないことだと思う。そうでなければ、全力を注げないだろ。
You get me, Summer. Your understanding is paramount.
恐ろしいですか？
Shut up! We won't ignore you second, Salama. From there, Summer and I really get down to brass tacks and bobbins. It's a difficult debate to record for posterity. Difficult because if anyone else were to read it, they do think we were completely insane. Eventually, I come back to reality, realizing the evening sun is slanting into the studio.
もうこんな時間か。
Summer looks up with exhaustion on her face. Exhaustion, but also a radiant satisfaction.
さすがに、そろそろ戻らないと、ツバメ様でも怒るかもしれないね。
You're on the lam, aren't you? I almost forgot. I'm feeling pretty exhausted myself. Even with my knowledge and sensibilities from the past, I can barely keep up with Some when it comes to clothing.
続きは明日かい？
No, I think that's the overall direction to take. Can I leave the rest to you?
いいのかい？ジョーちゃんのための服だからこそ、シン様だってやる気を出してるんだろ？
That's true, but I've got a lot on my plate. I avert my eyes. Yep, got a lot of checking to do.
そうか。
Checking off to do.
お嬢ちゃんのためにやることがあったね。
Sama gives a grin.
わかった。制服のことは私に任せておきな。
Thanks. I know it's safe in your hands. I wave and then leave Summer's studio behind. I come out onto the street and look up at the evening sky. Today was fun. I feel better about things. And so it sounds like it's time for this vacation to end. I was also to take a few days off for my own good. I obeyed out of respect for everyone's kindness. I paid my dues by slacking off. Time to get back to the grindstone. Yuri has to take on one of the swords. I can't contain an almost manic laugh. It's more like my throat trying to deal with how insane this all is.
理屈として理解しましたが、実現可能なこととは思えません。
We're still going to try. No complaining or searching for reasons not to. I expect your full support.
かしこまりました。
You immediately concedes. I don't like to be so brisk, but your words were like a reflection of my own internal feelings. You trying to stop me is like a manifestation of my own doubts, and I need to cut those free. In order to establish a solid plan, we need to whittle down the conditions as much as possible.
ユーリ様が戦うべき8件の選定ですね。
I nod without saying anything. If we don't decide who her target will be, we can't plan how to tackle the fight.
現実的な考えとして、オーナーがユーリ様の相手となり勝たせることが唯一の可能性と思えます。
No way. If I hold back to let her win, she'll notice that right away and just hate me more for it.
手加減してということは、オーナーが本気であれば絶対にユーリ様に負けないという自信がおありですか？
I mean, it's a pretty merciless thing to admit, but I nod again. I wouldn't lose. I'm scared of fighting and scared of pain, so I simply wouldn't let her get close to me. It wouldn't make me look all that good, but I do ignore all taunts and strategies and just stay away from her.
ユーリ様は近距離戦に持ち込めなければ戦いにもなりませんね。
But what if Yuri used a ranged weapon? I take a moment to look at things from her perspective. With her power, she could throw some pretty big rocks around at pretty high speed. That said,
射撃のタイミングをつかめば、銃弾すら回避できる加速状態が相手では、単純な飛び道具は、牽制以上の効果はないでしょう。
her endgame is always going to be getting in close. It's pointless trying to fight at long range. So need someone she's definitely going to be able to fight at close range. That means the sword Yuri would have the least chance of defeating is the Ninokami. The twins are even more practical than I am. If they had to fight Yuri, they do just back off. Not because they're scared. Not because they're cowards. But because taking as little time as possible to defeat their opponent is just the way to do things. I can see the two of them laughing as their missiles rain down.
それでは、オーナーと2の神を除外して、関東に残っている8件は、1の神、5の神、6の神になります。
Tsunami is off the list too. We can't risk something happening to our healer. Dragging her into this would be a mistake.
残りは、1の神と5の神です。
Harihime or Fuyuhita? It feels like we're whittling down improbable to get to impossible.
接近戦に持ち込めるという意味では、5の神が対戦相手として最適という結論になります。
Do you think so? I pondered this while walking along. I think Fuyuhita would be too much for her. They say he's the top when it comes to close combat. More than a match for Yuri in the area at which she needs to excel.
それでは逆に、先ほどオーナーの提唱したユーリ様による遠距離攻撃で、5の神を封殺することは可能かもしれません。
Could that work? Finally, a point worth serious consideration. That said,
そんな単純な方法で倒せるような人物が、例外と評されるとは思えませんね。
you brought it up, and it's the first to take it back. I have to agree with her. Everyone has fought Fuyuhita, sword or otherwise, must have tried to keep him away. He likely has more in his favor than just excellence with the sword. Yeah, ice powers.
消去法で、相手は1の神になります。
You and I both fall silent at that. Is this really where logical thinking has led us?
選択の結果が、8件最強の存在ですか。
Digital You is the first to speak. I still can't reply to that. We reached this point by a process of elimination. The real reason Haruhime has been left until last is because I don't know exactly what she can do. Their swords can be assessed based on their respective powers. But Haruhime can basically do anything, which makes it much harder to pin her down. I stop blocking and stand still, right in the middle of the crafter's district. I crouch down, place a hand on the firmly stamped down dirt, and bench some between my fingers. Yuri, defeating Haruhime? Is such a thing possible? I'm not going to be the one fighting. Using a simple power to brute strength, Yuri has to overcome the most powerful and dangerous being in Kanto. There is no way to cover or prepare for everything that the Kotodama can do.
オーナーと異なり、ユーリ様には、敵機の力の暴走という逆転の可能性もありません。
Also true. I have both the Kotodama and the Teki properties. Two unstable elements that operate in unexpected ways. That's always going to keep an opponent on edge. But we're talking about Yuri. She doesn't have any special powers. Having to think about someone else fighting this battle is really putting my teeth on edge. If we fight head on, what's the chance of her winning?
ユーリ様の勝率は 0% です。
You doesn't miss a beat. Couldn't you see her probability of defeat is 99% or 98% or something? Just to give me a little hope? I keep my own light as I stand and brush the dirt from my hands.
人間同士の戦闘で 1% 程度の勝率が算出されるような状況は、可能性というより、もはや計測ミスです。
Well, sure. Okay. This is the mechanical probability. Like the chances of hitting that sweet food box, jackpot, and a smartphone. Oh, that's a battle. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, I would have already got them the LR bomb that I want. If two humans fight and one loses 99 times, you can't expect that to change to the 100th fight or the 1000. The idea of the winner getting bored with winning also would not apply here.
そも、ユーリ様と春姫様が戦うことになれば、開始直後の言霊による一言で終わりませんか？寝ろや止まれといったものですね。
That's true. But looking at that from the other side, if she can't survive that first Kodadama, then she has a chance to win. I understand the weakness of the Kodadama, because I have that power myself.
言霊って口にしないと効果がないから、どうしても言って遅いよね。
Whether you are attacking or defending, the Kodadama does nothing without vocalization. That puts you on the back foot. And it's not the only weakness.
しかし同じ能力者への助言ですが、記憶や感覚をいじるような言葉には気をつけてください。
What do you want to bring this up? The portal device of someone with the same power. You need to be careful when changing people's memories or playing with their senses.
場合によっては、そんなつもりがなくとも命に関わったり、取り返しのつかないことになりますよ。
You might not have intended it, but there could be no coming back. It could even get people killed. Said the lady with some great curves. Kodadama users have to form coherent sentences during battle, meaning they can't stop ticking. A misplaced word can blow them up. They can't move without thinking first. That puts them on the back foot. That gives us 1, maybe 2 seconds to work with?
どんなケースを想定したとしても、短期決戦しかありえないでしょう。
I'm not saying that's the solution, but as part of our investigations, it's definitely one possibility.
オーナー、正直に言いますが、ここまでの検討は、希望的観測を積み上げただけの話に思えます。
I don't want to agree with that. Once again, I offer her no reply. Think. I have to think. There is an issue with our basic approach here. Am I right to myself? If Yuri can't hope to defeat any of the swords, then why don't we choose based on the potential size of the return?
と言いますと？
Who would give Yuri the most confidence in herself if she could beat him?
なるほど。春姫様ですね。
I know how much respect Yuri has for Haruhime. Even if Yuri managed to defeat the twins, or Furyuhita, she would still tell me to be with Haruhime in order to produce the next generation of Kodadama users. It goes without saying that having a Kodadama user around is extremely useful, even just for the production of food and other resources like wood. But if Yuri can't defeat Haruhime, she will have to accept me. If we're going to continue down this path, she has to fight Haruhime.
条件として了解しました。
Yu's reply is mechanical.
しかし、そう決めたところで、状況は何も変わっていません。
Yu's response is just as mechanical.
情報不足で、私にはこれ以上の検討ができません。
Same here. Having Yuri defeat Haruhime? If we're going to get serious about this, I can see at least 2 points that need prior confirmation. If we can't clear these 2 issues, any other plans won't be worth making.
2つですね。わかります。
You can? I'm interested in what you think, so I keep my mouth shut. You realizes I want her to tell me, and so she continues almost immediately.
一つは、 ユーリ様本人がこの話に同意していません。これは今後のオーナーの働きかけ次第でしょう。もう一つ、春姫様とユーリ様の実際の戦闘データが必要です。
That's right. Well done. Those are the two. I nod a little distractedly, almost making it sound like someone else's problem. Then I scratch my head. I won't get anywhere asking other people for Haruhime's combat data. I'm going to have to fight her for myself. We could talk to the twins about your experiences, but it wouldn't mean much to you or me. Thanks to that flying disc, the only time I actually seen Haruhime fight was in the fields, against that techie. I already come to the conclusion that she was holding back pretty hard. I need to see what Haruhime can really do. The Haruhime who fights both of the twins at the same time. The serious one.
グッドラック。
Oh, you'll place it casually. She doesn't seem bored about me. Well, I'm the one who said,
No complaining.
ちなみに、オーナーが春姫様に無策で挑み、秒殺されますと、まともな戦闘データの計測すらできませんので、お気をつけください。
Do you have a separate routine for putting the boot in?
は？
No, forget it. That was a complaint. Those aren't allowed. I shake my hands for a moment. It just doesn't feel real for me. But I have to fight Haruhime. It's not that I don't want to try. In fact, I'm coming across as quite an idiot, willing to go through with this simply because I want Yuri to get a confidence boost. So serious about it that the only name for me is Moron. But I still can't really get a picture of what a fight using the unstable, unpredictable power of the Kotodama would look like. Well, I might have an idea for a plan that won't get me killed right away.
その考えは、ユーリ様が戦う際にも役に立つものですか？
Yep, I think it will be a really big help. I'm not sure if I should say what I'm thinking. Even to you, I can't be sure. The weak point of the Ichinokami shouldn't be something we spread around. But I quickly decide that I don't need to hold back. Haruhime has a weakness that the Earth Swords don't. A critical flaw when it comes to combat.
言霊使いであること。それでしたら、オーナーも含まれるので、唯一ではありませんね。
You doesn't seem to get it. No matter how serious a flaw she has, she is so incredibly strong that no one is going to notice it. Even Haruhime herself. Okay, let's do this! I start walking towards the palace. The situation seems absolutely hopeless, but my mind is at ease. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to fighting the strongest in Kanto. I guess I'm really starting to fit in here. What would happen if I fought Haruhime at full strength? It's not like I haven't thought about this before. Same for the Art Swords. Any one of them could suddenly become my enemy. I am a techie. No matter how friendly we get, they could still end up having to eradicate me. It's only natural to think that way, for the sake of the nation. And I completely agree with their caution concerning me. I also don't have a death wish, so I've considered what it would be like to fight all of them. Evening is ending. Night is falling. The night of my dance with Haruhime.